son. Where'd you find this?
Don't be offended by the truth. They be offended because you called out the truth. Simple as that. They don't want to hear any other narrative that makes them look bad.
One thing I can't stand at this big grown age is somebody who acts like cause and effect does not exist. Like, yes, your actions caused this outcome. Yes, what you did lit the match. Like, why are you surprised and playing victim?
Guys, Chico, they never lie. The flow insane, take my spot, so the range. Shoot my shot with perfect aim. 3rd degree, that perfect flame. Ain't no sleep, that's the game. Oh, so southern, that's the slang. When they see me, that's the main. Chasing checks and fly like planes. Big old stick, I bought a cane. Flick my wrist and bought the ring. I'm so boss, we're not the same. Paid the cost and kept the change. Now I'm walking Hall of Fame. And I reside in the cloud. Grand wishes with these bitches. Taking pictures with the crowd, and I'm out.
Happy Sunday, folks. Peace, blessings, glory, praise, and honor to the Most High. How y'all doing? I hope you enjoyed your weekend. Monday right around the corner. Shout outs to my poets, writers, content creators. Shout outs to Randy. Shout outs to Six Rings. If y'all didn't get to join the conversation yesterday, that was one for the books. We had a hell of a good time, man, chopping it up. The people that pulled up in the comment section, man, phenomenal feedback. I love it. I hope we keep that momentum building. Everybody that's watching right now, I appreciate you for being here. You see the title. We got a couple things we're gonna cut up about. I got a clip I want to play. There's some other developing stories that came up with this, man. We're gonna really get into it before we start this week out. I'm waiting for my man to pull up in the studio and get cammed and mic'd up. So in the meantime, do me a solid. Like, share, repost. Let the people know that we are on. You dig? I want to know how y'all feel about this situation, man. The first thing that I do want to address before anything else is the cuts, the WWE cuts. Like, that shit pissed me off. I mean, I don't even watch no more, but out of respect for one of the few people that I thought could take that company into a different plane of entertainment, man, they botched it, and the man didn't even get a chance to really shine like I thought he could. He ends up losing his life not too long afterwards. I mean, it's a whole lot to go with it. I'm just disappointed. And this is a reason why I stopped watching for a long time. The company just completely changed for the worse. The creative, the quality of storytelling, the quality of matches, all of it kind of just went to crap. So for me, after the Attitude Era and the Ruthless Aggression Era, I really just stopped really messing with it for real, for real. But I had hope that after Bray Wyatt passed away, his brother stepped in and said, you know what? I want to keep his memory alive. Let me step in, take the reins, bring the group back together, and let's make it happen. That was the only thing I cared about was seeing that, because you know he's paying tribute to his brother, and I thought, all right, well, fire. Unfortunately, we here. I see you cammed up. I'm gonna bring you up on the big screen. I want to get this out the way first before we go on to the other stuff. Let me get this situated real quick. All right, what's up?
What's good, man? What's good? We back.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I hear you talking about the releases.
Right.
Yeah, yeah. To go back on that, man. Every year the company gotta do some releases. You know, it's a part of it's a part of making the cut. You know what I'm saying? Just like a basketball team or football team. You know, they got training camp and then they got to make some cuts. So normally after the WrestleMania, that's the biggest pay of the year for wrestlers. They start looking at who on there and they seeing what they can lose. So um for some, I'm gonna say that if they get cut, which it happened in the past, that if they are valuable enough, they'll bring them back. But I guess what it is like a certain amount, a number. It's a number thing that they got to make the cuts. So I mean, that's just like a policy. So other than that, you know what I'm saying? You had a lot of comebacks this year. Paige just came back. You know what I'm saying? She doing her thing. Um, the fans wanted to see her back. AJ Lee back. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's what's going on. A lot of people coming back, and then you got some signings from AEW. So when you look at it that way, they ain't got no choice but to make them cuts. Some people wasn't even on screen any damn way. So it's easy to do that.
My apologies. I was trying to get something straight. I'm gonna be honest, bro. There's nothing easy about that. Some of them people that they got rid of, they shouldn't have got rid of. The people that they replaced, they shouldn't have replaced. Like it's absolutely horrible that you had so much potential and you let it go down the drain because your creative team is lazy. They don't want to put in the effort or the work to give these people space to shine properly because you're picking and choosing who you want to pour all of your time and energy into. Congratulations, Paige is back. Cool. You still got dozens and dozens of other people on that roster that should be getting some type of attention and spotlight. But guess what? Y'all don't know what to do with them. And why don't you? Because you don't care enough. So when you tell me some of these people are getting cut, I understand. All right, you probably cut this person and that person because they're not bringing in money. But be real, a lot of these folks that you let go, you letting go because you just don't know what to do with them. You don't want to give them their own parameters to be creative. You stuck in this. Oh, I gotta protect uh the brand and the company. You can't go too far out of the lines of extreme with your content. So much has changed. The formula that they had back in the 90s and the early 2000s, they just got rid of completely. And that's the problem. That's why this happened the way it did. The Wire Six should still be there. Period.
Yeah,
A
I
lot of
agree. I agree. Um, the Y6 was on screen. When I look at the certain releases, some of these people wasn't on screen enough. They wasn't on the camera. They didn't get mic time. Some of these people, was just hanging out, in the bleachers, watching everybody else shine. See, that's to me, that's dead weight. You got to be marketable to stay on the roster, and they at a point now. Like I heard you mention attitude and ruthless aggression and the writers and all of that, but you got to look at the fact that because of those that was entertainment, because of Stone Cold and The Rock and Cena, Orton, guys like that, Undertaker, people that made it great, they expanded the company. Like it's different now. They perform in stadiums. They didn't have that shit back then. The shows have expanded. The rosters expanded with more talent. They didn't have an NXT back then. So I mean, this is what it is. There's a lot of talent to write for. I mean, yeah, the writing could be better. I will say that. I think it was a point that the writing was on point back in the day. They had something for everybody, but you gotta keep in mind that um this is a deeper roster. It's a deeper roster than it ever was. If you really look up and down, and should like going back, should the Y6 got cut? No, but once again, it's a business, and they gotta have a certain count, and it's just something that happens every year. Now they might bring Y6 back, but for right now, they had to pick them to be cut. Evidently, whoever they see more marketable is the ones that they kept.
glad I don't watch no more. I am because I already know what direction this is going in. Um, I appreciate the era that I grew up in. That's all I'm gonna say. Maybe I'm just spoiled, and I just always expect that level and that quality of work. And since I'm not going to get that no more, I just don't want to tune in for it. You missed up or messed up so many opportunities with these people. They left and went somewhere else. That just frustrated the hell out of me to the point where I don't even want to see nothing else because yeah, I'm over it. I'm over it, bro.
Yeah, I
I,
would, I would, I would definitely say personnel got something to do with it. You gotta have the right personnel, but on the writing part and the talent part. So I'm not gonna just place it all on the writers, but they need to have some blame for not, producing, giving everybody a chance to be their fullest potential. I'm gonna say that. And then on the talent side, they gotta take a risk. You mentioned those other Urs, they took risks. They didn't come in being a star at first. They had to try different stuff until it fit. So if they don't get that engagement from the crowd, man, they replaceable.
Yeah, I think it's more to it than that. But because if that was the case, they got a lot of crappy ass people that they've been holding on to way longer than they should have, and they ain't did nothing with them. But it is what it is. I just wanted to, I was pissed. I wanted to get that off my chest before we actually got into the actual topic. I got a clip I want to play. This don't, and I'm telling you, it doesn't get everything. So you're gonna have to fill in some blanks in some areas because you might have seen some stuff that I didn't see. But I know everybody knows about it by now. So let's just rip the band-aid off and get into this shit.
Klay versus Megan. Let's roll.
Well, Klay Thompson is now facing backlash on social media because Megan Thee Stallion claims that he cheated on her, and now people are accusing him of liking boys. Hey, whoever said their relationship wasn't gonna last more than 4 months, yo, come get your money. She basically calls out Klay Thompson, claiming that he was treating her bad and having mood swing, and that he got cold feet about being in a one partner relationship, that he basically wants multiple women. Now you have Megan Thee Stallion fans calling him out, saying that he must like boys, and how could he cheat on Megan Thee Stallion out of all women? While others are saying that one thing about Megan Thee Stallion, she quick to throw an accusation on somebody. How did he go from the perfect boyfriend to now he treated you bad? Some of you are saying that she's always trying to play victim in these situations, that she can't be a victim all the time. All I can say is stop glorifying relationships on social media, bro. Y'all keep making these people couple goals, thinking that they perfect when there's hella issues wrong with them. But what do you guys think about the situation? Do you guys believe Megan and think that Klay Thompson is the one that's completely wrong in the situation? Or do you guys feel like it's more to the story? Well, Klay Thompson is now facing backlash on social
media. Let's get it, man. What you want to address first? Where you want to go with this? We got time.
Yeah, man. I seen more backlash than that. They saying that nobody knew who Klay Thompson was before he dated Meg Thee Stallion. She brung his status up. They're saying that he was a lame. She should have never dated that lame. Oh, he getting drugged. He getting drugged through the mud right now. Nobody, how nobody ain't gonna know who an NBA star is. The man won 4 championships. He's one half of the Splash Brothers for people who don't know. And on top of that, she knew who he was to date him. So I mean, that speaks for itself. But okay, he's not your type. So pretty much, you pretty much revealing a lot about Meg. You know what I'm saying? Meg had a certain type, and I guess this brother didn't fit the mold, and because he didn't fit the mold, everybody want to dump on him right now because it didn't work out. But hey, to each his own, man. You know what I'm saying? To each his own. It's somebody out there for everybody. But the way I look at it, man, they need to know the whole story. You know what I'm saying? Let this don't just air. So let's find out. Let's hear it from Klay, and then we see how everything pan out. You know what I mean? You got it.
I'm so sick and tired of you people, you commenters, You fanboys and you fangirls, y'all create pages dedicated to these rappers and shit. You create all types of clubs and initiation rituals for these people that will never hang out with you a day in your life, don't know nothing about you. Y'all be riding for them to infinity and beyond, and you don't know them personally. Only but how social media provides you that false paradise. I'm trying to tackle piece by piece before we because I know it's going to be a lot of shit. We don't know who cheated on who first, second, if it was lopsided or if it was on both sides. Stop automatically assuming just because there was infidelity that it was on demand. What makes Megan Thee Stallion so special that she can't be replaced by somebody else? How is it that woman would choose him if he was a nobody? Oh, we got a lot to go into because y'all be some major hypocrites. You persecute people before you even know what's really happening. And let's not forget Tory Lanez. That's another little piece that we got to insert here in this timeline as well that y'all keep on trying to forget about. See, when it's somebody that y'all like, you don't give a fuck who it is. If you like them, they can do no wrong. They will always be perfect. You'll let them get away with everything. We're not doing that today. Nope. Sorry.
Bang, 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 bang.
It's crazy how y'all swear up and down that women are the prize. She made him. How the hell she make him if this nigga had already won mad championships? This nigga been in the game 15 years. That man was more established, longer, had a longer longevity than she ever did. And on top of that, if we being completely blunt, her music is not going to live on like his resume. What he did on the court cannot be replaced with gyrating and showing your ass for your entire career. You really didn't do anything out here. It's no shade. If you got a gift and a talent and you can monetize off of it, more power to you. I ain't mad at it at all, sister. But if all you known for is shaking your ass, showing your thighs off, how can anybody compare the two? I want y'all to really think about this for a second. This man spent 15 years of his life running up and down the court, running drills, going from state to state, injuries, fatigue. The level of endurance and discipline that goes into basketball should never ever be compared to a woman just getting on the stage dressing half naked and twerking for an hour, 30 minutes. Y'all be saying some dumb shit. I'm gonna stop right there though.
It's crazy, man. This is a trending topic right now. You know, whose side people taking, whose side you on, whose side they on. Uh Meg or Clay. You gotta pick a side. I mean, infidelity is nothing, it's nothing new about no infidelity, man. Infidelity been going on, you know. Um Somebody get cheated on. Okay. But like just like we touched on last night with the with them females going up on stage, you know, proving they for the streets. That's a character, man. That goes back to what we said last night with the character thing, and people wear masks. Now, mind you, these two right here, they just hooked up. What, maybe last year? They may have got a year in, if that. And all of those posts and all of this closeness she was doing with Clay and everything like that, like she even made a song. She even made a song about him. So I mean, how could you go from sugar to shit just like that? You know, because hell, they was standing on all 10 on their relationship. Now look where it's at. So you know, you got to be careful who you date, because to me that wasn't a very long time. That wasn't a very long time. You brung up Tory Lanez also. We can't forget that, and she has a track record, you know, with baggage. And I remember when they first hooked up. You know, we was talking about how long would it last, because of that track record, going back to her track record. So once again, Meg could have been wearing a mask for a long time. You never know. Meg could have been wearing a mask for a long time. You know, we talk about it all the time. Some people want love, and then some people, just in there for the help. So, with that being said, I'm gonna ask you a question right here, sir. In this situation right here, was this more of love, or was it just some help along the way?
I don't think this shit had anything to do with love, bro. I don't even believe celebrities love. I don't think celebrities get into relationships and they're actually relationships. They're all transactional. I think they all get into them for the benefit of elevating and making more money and more moves strategically. And if that's what you're doing, who am I to knock that? It worked for you, cool. But to disguise it as being something that it isn't, nah, I'm not looking at her and him. I never looked at him and her as a real thing. I always felt like they put them together to get heat off of her for a lot of stuff that was being thrown at her. Because while she do got dick riders and people who just will go to the ends of the earth for her, there are people who really see her for who she is. And they don't care about her aesthetic appeal. They don't care about how good she can maneuver her hindquarters in front of a camera. They don't care if she just stand there, bat her eyes with her fake hair and fake eyelashes and all that. and talk nothing. There are people who really see, oh, she's really conniving. She's really a shady person. Her track record with relationships are piss poor. Her character is not what people really think it is. So to answer your question, no, I never thought this was a real relationship. It never even registered.
So, so with that being said, I'm a second that because if it wasn't, it would be still going on, right? It wouldn't be so much shade in the industry right now. It wouldn't be trending that he's a piece of shit and he played with her mind and her heart and he got cold. What she said, he got cold feet and he didn't want to keep it going and all of that. He didn't want to seal the deal or whatever she's trying to say now. But he was your everything. He was your man with that song you put out. And I'm just saying, since we on rumors, since this is real fresh, let's let's run all the rumors out there. This is just speculation. We just gonna let it hang out tonight. Since we got rumors of him cheating and everything like that, we're gonna let it all hang out. So here we go. Rumor. Klay Thompson comes out. This a rumor saying that she cheated on him first, and she cheated on him with a NBA teammate.
Sensational.
Hey, it could be true or false. We just rumor it up right now. This is rumors. Then we got another rumor saying Klay Thompson was just mad that he after the breakup because he spent 4 million on her. Then another rumor say that Mega Stallion was charging him 4K or something to be his girlfriend. We just talking rumors. We just gonna be talking rumors tonight. This is fresh off the press. We talking rumors. And all I'm gonna say is, man, if you didn't really like this brother, why go through all of that? Why put yourself through all that? He's an NBA player. Cardi B went with an NFL player, Stephon Diggs. You see the situation right there. So only thing I'm gonna say between them two, you don't gotta be loud to to get the same results. Klay Thompson is a ball player. Like you said, he been in the league 15 plus, well established. He's known for one half of the Splash Brothers, one of the greatest shooters also in NBA history. He's not the greatest, but he's top three or four ever to shoot the basketball. That's who he is. Since they say they don't know who he is, that's who he is. And also he's an athlete. He's an athlete, good people. So with that being said, people know the rumors about athletes and how they have they pick of the litter. And she's in the hip hop industry, and we can say the same thing for the music industry. So with that being said, I mean, what you expect? Cardi B and Meg. So we gotta look at the whole scenario. We gotta look at the characters, and you're pretty much your track record. One more rumor, and you can take this back over. One more rumor. Uh, Klay Thompson has said, "Man, free Tory Lanez, man. You free Tory Lanez." So I mean, he's aware of what's going on with these situationships. You got it.
Keep your relationships private, folks. That's it. That's all. Simple as that. It don't matter if it's me, you, your neighbor, your co-worker, your supervisor. You put bad juju out here in the world and you wrong by folks, you have to take your portion just like the next person. Honest, honest question. Y'all can meditate on it. You can have a conversation amongst yourselves with this one. Why do you, or why do people tend to rationalize the negative behavior patterns of certain people over others? It's okay for them to do it, but the hell with Jim Bob or Kenny for doing the same thing. I don't know too many famous rappers or industry entities in situations with the other gender, and it come out positive. It's always mess. It's always drama. And on top of that, they'll be the first ones trying to give out any type of relationship advice. You get here, you see the people in the comment section arguing amongst each other, talking about this is a good couple, this is a great couple, I love this for her, I love this for her. But do you even really know these people? You know her from TV, from your laptop, from your device. Who is Megan Thee Stallion in real life off camera when nobody is watching her? Who is Klay Thompson off camera when nobody is watching him? Hypergamy screams at the top of his lungs, and it comes in the form of your favorite favorites. It's not just up here, it's down here where we are, in the subdivision, in the impoverished areas. They just have nice, decent cars. It goes from place to place, and depending on what you can provide the other person, that's going to it's going to determine how you get treated. Megan Thee Stallion is not dating anyone from McDonald's. Cardi B is not dating anyone from Heckenshire. Specific women, not all of you, but a large majority of you will only go after the guy who is unattainable or has more than you can supplement for. You want to keep money and spend his. You want him to be able to cheat on you and keep you interested enough to continue to compete for him. But you also want to domesticate him. And I'm going to be honest with you. I mean, the more and more I do these stories and I see this stuff, I understand why these niggas be doing what they be doing. Chris Brown and them, I understand why they be on that shit. I do. Y'all don't respect yourself. Nigga, my name? You telling me my name alone will get the draws? I ain't even got to work for it. All I got to do is show up. I ain't got to respect you. I ain't gotta call you tomorrow. I ain't gotta spit a whole paragraph to convince you that I'm worthy of opening your legs up for. Oh yeah, I'm taking all that. I'm going to enjoy every minute of it too, because this is what you permit. Everybody got boundaries that need to be put in order. You don't put them there, we not putting them there. And all I'm saying is Megan the Stallion and Klay Thompson was never a real thing. And if I'm honest, whenever he was asked about Tory Lanez, he never said anything about the shit. But the fact that there are alleged posts, because I've seen the posts too, but people can just add captions to shit to make it seem like it was that, but it wasn't. But if he really said that, that means that the whole time he already felt like she was guilty, but he was still cracking her anyway. There's people who saying he did it for Tory Lanez. He took one for the team. I don't know. I don't. I'm gonna stop there because like honestly, all of this shit is messy for real, for real.
Yeah, I mean that's how the cookie crumble, man. At the end of the day, I mean, you got to be the head of the game. Now, we put a lot of backlash on Klay Thompson in the beginning because we just assumed he didn't know. Just like what's your boy name? Travis Hunt. Same scenario. So we even, guys was even looking at this thing like, man, maybe we should bet on if this guy's really gonna go all the way with her, you know, and we can see you see the results. Klay Thompson, I guess he finally woke up. But if rumors are true, if these rumors come out to be true, yeah, it is what it is with Meg. Then if you as with your track record and what you brung with the baggage that you brung to the relationship, because we didn't really hear a lot of messy situations with Klay. His was more, underground. I'm not saying you ain't hear anything, but it wasn't to that extent with him. So that's why we looked at the whole couple thing like it's kind of odd, you know what I'm saying, what's going on there. And it just got to make sense. That's how I look at it. The stuff got to make sense. And going back to her baggage and her track record, we just feel like, yeah, will she be taking advantage of Klay Thompson at some point? I believe so. I believe that that's what it was all about in the end. You know what I mean? Now it looked good on camera, them two being together. You found somebody and you trying to get serious, but once again, are you really trying to get serious or is this a publicity stunt? Because the way this stuff panned out, that I guess these two didn't really have the same intentions. You see what I'm saying? See, we all knew that Clay, yeah, who he is, he's a basketball player, but as far as personality and all that, like that don't even match. Nah, hell no. The way she do those videos and all that, and the way he is, nah, he need to be with like a maybe like a movie actress or something like that. Like that right there didn't match from the jump to me. But it eventually came out, and with these posts, these late posts that's been coming out with her she's mad because she didn't expect that from Klay. Should I say that? She didn't expect Klay to do that. And then you got everybody coming to her defense. We gotta talk about the commenters that's coming to her defense. How could you come to her defense with that track record? With that video with her and Cardi B, it's called the WAP. How could you come to her defense with that? You know what I'm saying? And then another thing, how many relationships, serious relationships she really been in? I mean, is it me or could we say that she been, in them streets? I mean, hey, that's what it is, right? And for you to get with someone, because you said she was what, conniving, for you to get with someone, date them for a while, right? Make all these little Instagram posts about how in love you guys, how in love you two were, and then you only do that to get close to a teammate. Man, that's crazy work. But we gotta be real though. That's facts. That's facts right there. You never know somebody's intentions until they come out. Meg Thee Stallion showed her intentions when she did that. If she did that. So, you know, Clay pulled his hand. Two wrongs don't make a right, good people. Two wrongs don't make it right, but they do make us even though. And only thing I'm saying is hear the whole story before we start finger pointing. Like I'm seeing a lot right now. I'm seeing a lot of bashing going on with Klay Thompson, you know, but nobody's holding her accountable, and it seems like this is a repeat of the Tory Lane situation where she was in victim mode. She was victimized, and everybody had to come to her rescue, and he went behind bars. Follow me. Okay, listen. That's what happened. Tory Lanez went to jail messing with her. So she come out with all this stuff because she messed up.
Network.
She come out with all this posts because she messed up to get the blame off of her. When have she ever took blame for any relationships that she ever been in? Or have she ever even been in? I don't even believe she's been in a serious one like this. So I mean, you gotta check that history. You got it.
Yeah, this shit. I could understand if us as spectators and consumers of this content were unbiased with the entire story, no matter how much we favor one person or the other. You're just never going to get that ever. So at that point, you're going to have to start taking points off of the opinions of others. Ensure that how you view things are as accurate as possible so that you don't get swayed in the ways that other people are getting swayed, because like we know that this is how it's been happening for decades, man. If you got money, they want you, but they keep on forgetting that what comes with this comes this and that and the third. If this nigga got bread, he gonna fuck whoever he want. And we in a world where people want to follow feminism, the toxic side of it. Y'all been brainwashed. Y'all want to be men, so you want to fuck just like men want to fuck. You want to fuck and kick them out the house. That's all it is. No, she ain't had no serious or no situation where her relationships were legit or solid. They were all temporary or pass throughs. That's what she rap about. Her content is nothing more than a testimony of what her reality is to a certain degree. That's why I don't understand how anybody could just automatically say that he needed her. He didn't. Hell, Scottie Pippen didn't need his wife. Scottie Pippen's wife stepped out with the nigga Jordan's son. Pippen got him a younger joint. He's still good. And he ain't played ball in years. So what y'all be saying just be fucking retarded. Oh, we didn't know. You don't watch basketball anyway. You never watched a single game in your life. The Chicago Bulls did not have fucking Patrick Ewing on the team. Y'all just be saying stuff because it sound good. You don't know who he is. People who actually watch the sport know who he is. These are two different worlds. Basketball and rap, they coincide in certain elements, but those are different dimensions in its entirety. Do I think it's trash that men with wealth go around and bang whatever they can and hurt people in the process? Yeah, I think that's trash as hell, especially if you're not being upfront about it. Like, it's different if you're telling these people like what's going on and you give them the option to be a part of it. But if you just on some you on some bullshit and you sneaking and doing it, why are you sneaking, nigga? You a millionaire. I'm a fucking multi-millionaire. I'm not sneaking nothing. I'm gonna tell you, look, this is what it is, and you can kick rocks or whatever, because shit, it'll be people out here waiting at the line to come in and replace you. You know how you standing out there for them concert tickets? You know how y'all spent $600, $700, $800 on them fucking Chris Brown tickets? Yeah. You'll do it for the next one. They got bread. You just don't want to admit it. I'm not saying it's all of you, but you know who you are. Because anybody who is a fan of the character and content of Megan Thee Stallion, you have to be. I don't know, man. This shit's crazy. All you get from celebrities that date each other and people who date each other for financial gain and all that, all you get is diseases, pregnancies, cheating, yada yada. It's always the same routine over and over and over again. Y'all thought this was going to be different? Yeah. Biggest joke. The biggest joke. And his like Tory Lane's family, they doing everything in their power. They trying to get him out of there. Tory Lane's suing the prison for $100 million for every stab wound that he suffered in the prison. They still trying to get him out of there. Megan out here living her life free, laughing and joking, and then she gets in this fake ass relationship to kind of get people to forget about what she did to this other dude. Like you can't escape that. Yeah, the judge went in your favor. That don't mean that you innocent. It's too many different variables that play in this. All of it is just messy as hell. And it starts with decisions that we as adults make, choices when we get involved with people that we shouldn't, when we drink too much, whatever your vice is. At the end of the day, she's here because of her. Klay Thompson is here because of him. Because all he got to do is leave her and go to the next one. She's gonna do the same thing because she thinks she'll do, but it's gonna get disguised as, oh, she was the victim of a horrendous man who abused her emotionally. He neglected her. He didn't do nothing for her. Yada yada yada. And I'm glad that she survived the terrors of Klay Thompson. He gonna be the bad guy. She's gonna be admonished. Then she's gonna end up with another rapper. Michael B. Jordan, stay the fuck away from him. She's gonna end up with another celebrity. And then the same thing that happened with him is gonna happen with somebody else. Rinse and repeat. I yield the mic.
Yeah, it's a lot of recycling going on out there, man, in the industry. You know, yeah, you mentioned Michael B. Jordan. Him and Lori Harvey, man, got a hell of a pass, don't they? And now he's bigger than what he was then. And look where Lori Harvey at. Lori Harvey made a choice. She wanted to have a short time, not a long time. And he wanted to play the long game. Let that let that let that stick out. You know, she wanted one thing, he wanted a different thing. Let's Like I say, let's be upfront with it, man, and it is what it is, you know. It didn't pan out. You see where both of them at. Um, but I do think his way was better because he's more marketable now than she is. Um, Scotty, you mentioned my man Scotty Sippin, man. Yeah, he did get a young woman, but bruh, it, I don't even think it mattered what she did to him mentally and everything like that was diabolical. She she slept with his she slept with her son's teammate, bro. I mean, he was playing on the same team as this person. That's bad. It wasn't just Jordan's son. She was getting some balls players out there in the NBA. Yeah, yeah. She got around and Scotty, man, yeah. Scotty was simping out there. We can't forget about Future. Future was with her. That changed the game right there. Future, yeah, I'm gonna do it again. Made songs on her. That's bad, champ. Um, only thing I can really say is, the intentions with this situation here wasn't matched up. You got to have the right vibe. Like I said last night, the intentions was not matching each other. And I'm gonna say it again. I believe Meg was wearing the mask, and unfortunately for her, in this situation right here, so was Klay Thompson. What he did was he played along with her. Some some of these women out here, not all, because we're gonna go back, but some of these women out here, you know, looking at looking at you like an opportunity, and they think you're a straight lick. That's what it is. She looked at him like, like you said before, a financial gain. The rumors was out that she's charging this dude to be be his woman. Like what? I hope that wasn't true. If she charging him to be his woman, I'm 4-time NBA champion. I don't need to be charged for that. You know what I can get, but now she do know what he can get, because what he got is multiple women, and what she got is a reality check. You're not, I hate to say it to you, but you're not as special as you think you are. She famous though. Meg, she famous. She can get somebody too, but the difference is how many, like I said before, how many serious partners have she really engaged with, bro? That's a track record. That means something when you're trying to be with somebody serious. If you don't have that on your resume, what the hell you want with me for? Or what do you expect me to give you? She waiting on a damn ring, but the only rings is the four he got on his finger. You can get no ring, you know. And unfortunately, that's how this whole thing breaks down. He kind of came to his senses, and he saw it for what it was. She saw him as an opportunist. She was an opportunist, and he had to make halftime adjustments, because we do play basketball over here. So when you getting beat in the game and all that, it's first half, second half. So he went in halftime and made some adjustments on her ass, and that's why it led to where it led to. He could have always been sleeping around with these women that he got caught up with. He's a ball player. He can have a woman every uh night, meet him in his hotel. So the time that he even spent with her, he chose to give her that time. He didn't have to. So all that about somebody need someone. No, you don't need no one, but God and yourself. Gotta put God first, but you need yourself first. And after that, somebody might choose your ass and want you. That's the difference. And in this situation right here, it looked like they didn't want the same thing, and it played out the way it played out. People just gotta look at it for what it really is. Stop doing that. Stop doing the victim thing. If they really wanted to stay together or be together, why it wouldn't have played out this way? It wouldn't. She knew mad exes she probably had in the industry. She could have been jumping on all them jumps all along. The whole relationship. You never know. She got a bunch of partners. You know, let's come on now. So if she really, really wanted to, which she could have been sleeping with those partners the whole time. So this just news that came out, but this stuff could have been messy from the jump. You know what I mean? Yeah.
People don't understand, man. These bitches be trifling as shit. They be sitting on all type of dicks though. All types. You got the fan size penis. You got the bottle sized penis. Shit, you got the motherfucking little toothpaste holder size. Like these bitches be out here fucking all types of joints, man. They be sitting on they be sitting on all types of joints, man. But they'll swear up and down they don't do nothing. If you ain't doing shit, why the fuck your mind so scrambled? You should have a sober mind. You know what a sober mind is? A sober mind is when your thoughts are not running ragged with 30 million different voices from your past haunting you, tempting you, testing you, angry at you, yelling, screaming, all type of. When you got all type of different traffic going on in your head and in your spirit, that's because you've been out here making horrible ass decisions. And I'm not saying men don't do it because they do, but y'all sleeping with the same dude anyway. So it's like, come on, man, stop. Everybody in Hollywood pass around. They do what we do with more money. They can get to Taiwan and fuck with the Taiwan drinks. They can go to Bermuda and fuck with the Bermuda chicks, the Latinas over there in Costa Rica. They can fly them out here, fly them out there. We can't do it. We got to stay with Keisha and Crystal and the fucking gas station drinks, the Black and Mild drinks. Those are the ones that be in rotation in our areas. It happens in everybody's culture, and I don't know why people be acting so surprised. I like, come on, man. I'm not even saying that she was sitting on multiple drinks, but if I pulled up a list, I'm pretty sure all of these niggas is rappers. She even said it in an interview that Klay Thompson was the first decent guy that she ever dealt with. So what does that tell you? Right. But she's the one that's leading the way. She is black culture. She is the one who has the message for the public. Women seem to idolize her and worship her, and I don't know, man. That stuff always been weird to me. Always.
You think she been really laying through like that?
Let me see how I can answer that question. Let me see if this is the one.
You've reached your limit on talking. Shut the fuck up.
As far as that was the wrong one, that applies to anybody who is sitting up here trying to defend her. That's for y'all. To answer your question, I was looking for my button. I can't find my button. Yeah, I think she's been sitting on multiple. I think she's quite comfortable. Yeah. you know, you really think her body count is 5, my nigga? 4? You don't rap like that and you only slept with 2 people, bro. You don't rap like that and you don't move your body like that and you only been with 2 people. That's experience. You're dry humping, basically, and calling it a concert. Was she using him? I think they were using each other. The question, what I want to know is, did he really say free Tory Lanez? Did he really say it? And if he did, then that's like, what does that mean? If he really, like, my nigga, you really said that? So the whole time you was messing with her, your whole intentions was to, I, you tricked off on her, fucked her a few times, and then what? Broke her heart? Was that the goal? Is that what that was supposed to be about? Breaking her heart? Or is all of this staged? Like, I don't be like, at this point, that all this right now could just be publicity for them too. I don't know, man.
Shit, they say she cried on stage during her performance. She just cried. And then here go another rumor. You can add this with the other rumors. It's been reported that she might be pregnant with twins. So I mean, all of this,
My
all of
God,
this,
are you still talking?
all of this coming out. So I mean, hey, rumorville.
This is why I would prefer to never be a celebrity, bro. I don't want that. I don't need to be in that type of spotlight, bro. I just want to live my life, make my money, and go home, bro. That's too much, man. And if he really did that allegedly, then he a fucking fool. I think they all dumb as hell. All of them. But I think it's more or less for security than anything else. I don't know. Any final thoughts? Anything you wanna add to this?
I mean, the only thing I'm gonna say is let's settle down with the speculation. Let everything play out because we got a whole week to talk about this shit. Let it all come out, and you got to hear both sides of the story so far. It's been mainly her side going off, so let's hear the whole wop. You need to hear all that wop, and then we'll go from there. But um, you just it goes back to, man, intentions and stuff. And what we talked about yesterday, I just feel like how this played out, that she just didn't have the right intentions. She was still the same person she was when she did that with Tory Lanez. And if that's the case, then she didn't show no growth to be with somebody real. See, everybody want something real, or they feel like they deserve something real, but they not even real themselves to get it. You see what I'm saying? All I'm saying is, I think it's some lies with this. So all lies will be exposed this week. So if there's any lies with this situation, it's gonna be exposed. You know. Whoever cheated on who, however it went, oh well. You can't sleep with this man teammate and then get mad because he got back. You can't do that. Like if she did that, you can't cry wolf if you did something first. So choose better. That's the only thing I can say. Choose better out here.
And y'all need to stop. Hope we cook because women don't want to hold each other accountable enough. And shout out to the ones who do it because I cover a lot of topics where there are women who be on y'all helmet. But the majority of you, y'all hate holding each other accountable. It's sickening. And if she really stepped out, I want to see the same energy you had or have for him, have it for her. This ain't gonna be just a week, man. They're gonna be talking about this for the next couple months. They follow every single thing these people do, man. They can't take a shit without wanting to know what they doing the next minute. That's all I'm gonna say, bro. Shout outs to everybody who pulled up this Sunday evening. I did a lot of cussing. Forgive me, Lord. Forgive me. I didn't mean to use so much foul language. Yeah, man. Growth. It's all about growth. Doing better, getting better.
You gotta avoid them situationships.
Stop chasing money and validation and popularity because it ain't all what it's cracked up to be.
Gotta avoid being drained. She tried to drain him.
Drano. Hey, look, man, we about to get up out of here though, man. I hope you guys have a blessed week. Drive safe. Don't let them stress you out at work. Do me a solid before you go if you don't mind.
Push the goddamn button.
Peace.
How about that WAP? Splash Bros.
The flow insane, take my spot, so the range. Shoot my shot with perfect aim. Third degree, that perfect flame. Ain't no sleep, that's the game. Oh, so southern, that's the slang. When they see me, that's the main. Chasing checks and fly like planes. Big old stick, I bought a cane. Flick my wrist and bought the ring. I'm so boss, we're not the same. Paid the cost and kept the change. Now I'm walking Hall of Fame. And I reside in the cloud. Grand wishes with these bitches. Taking pictures with the crowd.